Hey, what's up guys? In this video, we're going to take a closer look at some of the new and recently updated radar detectors. Now, there's been some recent announcements and some updates from companies like Valentine, Escort, as well as K40. Now, the last time that we did a video like this was back in April, and the past couple months, I don't know if you guys have noticed, have been kind of crazy. First, we've been dealing with all the coronavirus stuff, which has shut down a lot of companies, slowed down production, customer service, all this kind of stuff. So things have been pretty slow the past couple months. But there have been a number of things that we're going to be talking about, and also something pretty big coming out next week. Now, something else for this past week has been the unfortunate killing of George Floyd. Now, I know all you guys have seen the video by now, and tons of people have been talking about it, and pretty much the whole world now is responding to this.
I can breathe.
I don't know what to say. It's just been tough. It's been heartbreaking to watch all this kind of stuff. And the main thing, I guess, here from my platform that I'd want to say is racism is not okay. Period. It's not. And I know there's going to be some people who are going to maybe get upset the fact that I'm saying this at all and say, Vortex, stick to tech, stick to radar detectors. And it's funny. I mean, we focus on countermeasures here, right? We take a look at radar detectors to keep you protected when you're out on the road. I can't tell you how many people have messaged me saying, hey, I'm looking for a dash cam to record police encounters in case something happens. People are scared. Of course, things happen for many different reasons, but I think we can all most likely agree on the fact that we all want to be safe. Now, whether we go about this by using a tool, a piece of tech like a countermeasure, or if we want to take a look at maybe how we treat each other based on our skin color, either way, we all want to be safe here. And in order to get there, I don't think discrimination is going to get us there. Racism, it's just not okay. And if that's upsetting to some people, I know some people are going to get upset because I'm taking a moment, dedicating a little bit of time here for one video to bring this up. And if you're one of the people who are going to say, I'm going to unsubscribe because you're mentioning this on your channel dedicated to countermeasures, that's okay. I'm okay with that because it's important and it is something that we need to talk about. This isn't necessarily the place where I would want to spend a ton of time talking about it and discussing and debating. We've all got friends and family and social media and plenty of amazing places to discuss this in detail, which is great because this is something that I think that needs to be discussed so we can all learn and grow and work together to be the best society and the best individuals that we can. And so I'm glad the discussions are happening. Again, I don't necessarily want to go into a ton of discussion here, and I think that's just kind of what I want to say for the time being on that. So I'm just glad that people are discussing it. I'm glad we're all striving to be better human beings as good as we can, and I'm really hoping that we're all doing our best to take care of one another regardless of skin color. So with that said, let's move on and talk about countermeasures. Now, the first detector that I want to talk about is the new Valentine One Gen 2. I've been doing a lot of videos over the past couple months talking about it, and I think it's a great detector overall. It's one of my favorites that are out. It does have some issues, and if you take a look on my website, I now have my complete review of the Valentine One Gen 2. And as you guys know now, it offers great performance, great BSM filtering, arrows, of course. It doesn't have GPS built in, but it's got Bluetooth and an open API, so you can pair it with different apps to add different functionality. One of the big concerns lately has been a lot of the V1s that have actually been dying on people. My V1 died, I sent it in for repairs, and it's come back, and it's been great ever since. We've been seeing about a third of V1s actually powering off and dying, and needing to be sent out for repairs. Luckily though, people are getting their detectors repaired now, especially now that Valentine is starting to reopen after a lot of the COVID-19 shutdowns. And after the detectors have been repaired, things look to be much more solid. I have seen 3 detectors that have died once, been sent out for repairs, and then died a second time. That's been pretty concerning, and because we're seeing detectors die multiple times, for the time being I've actually removed the V1 Gen 2 as a recommended detector on the front of my website, despite the fact that I really like it and it's one of my favorite detectors and it's one that I run pretty often. But once Valentine really gets their reliability handled, when it's something that they've been known for over time, I would be happy to recommend it more confidently, but I'm not very comfortable making that recommendation at this time. Nevertheless, I do think it's a great detector. Now, if you go to order a V1 on Valentine's website, they are now resuming shipping again now that they're reopening. New detectors that are coming out with a new firmware version. It's version 4.1019. The original version, and what I have, is version 4.1018. There's not a lot of information about what the new firmware update entails, and Valentine really isn't telling us yet, but it looks like it's a relatively minor change related to internal communications, they're saying. So I don't think it has anything to do with performance or new features or anything like that. But yeah, there is a new update. There's no update software that's available yet. There should be an app that's going to be coming to allow us to update our V1s to the new version. If you punch in your serial number, if you've got version 1.8, if you punch it in, it doesn't say that there's any updates available on Valentine's website. But as we learn more about the new updates and stuff, I'll keep you guys posted with all that. Now that said, I've been talking about the V1 Gen 2 a lot lately because there's just been so much to cover with that detector. I am wrapping up my V1 video series. I'm actually working on a 3-part JBV1 video series as well that I'm currently editing right now, and I'll get posted once everything is done. And I'm glad because there's another new radar detector coming out, which I'm really hopeful will be awesome. It's going to be the Escort Redline 360C. Now, we don't have a ton of information about it yet, but Escort has posted a brief teaser of the upcoming Redline 360C. Additionally, next week, on Tuesday at 10 o'clock Central Time, Escort is going to be doing a live webinar on Zoom, actually, if you want to go register and sign up so that you can learn about it once they're going to be revealing it and announcing it here on Tuesday. I'll drop a link down in the video description to where you can register and sign up for their webinar. Now, I did a video a couple months ago about the Redline 360C. Its existence was kind of leaked, it turns out, and now it's been confirmed. And I'll link to that video as well. And we kind of go over different possibilities of what the Redline 360C could be like. I don't have one here. I haven't been beta testing one, and I don't have anything to tell you as far as kind of what's going on under the hood. I'm very excited about it, and I'm very hopeful. I'm hoping that it offers great range, great BSM filtering, and we're going to know, of course, it's going to have GPS and auto lockouts built in. Plus, it'll be RDD immune. It should have MRCD detection. It should have arrows, all that kind of stuff. I'm assuming it's going to be expensive, of course, but it's one of those detectors that I'm definitely looking forward to learning more about. And as we get more information, we learn about the detector, we get them on hand, we start doing tests and comparisons and all that kind of stuff. I'll definitely keep you posted on that as well. Now, moving on quickly to Escort Live. That's Escort's alert sharing stuff, either through Bluetooth or through Wi-Fi, kind of alert sharing through the cloud. I know some people have had connectivity issues with actually getting the information or your subscriptions expiring. If you're running into that issue, you can actually contact Escort's customer service, and a number of people have reported that they've been able to get their subscriptions working again in case they've had that issue. Additionally, it looks like there's been a minor update for Escort Live to where they now support QR codes, but it's mostly for like promotional stuff to access things. I don't think it really has any functional features as far as using them day to day. Now, finally, the last thing that I'd like to talk about is a new radar detector that's going to be coming from K40. It's going to be called the K40 Platinum 360. There's not a ton of information available about it yet, but it looks to be basically an updated version of the RL360Di, which is based on the Uniden DFR5, as I talked about in one of the articles on my website. But what the big change is here is they're actually going to be adding an LNA to this detector, which is great news. It means it should actually give you longer range and better performance. It should be a better performing detector than what they've got with their RL200Di or RL360Di. It looks like it's going to most likely be sharing the same platform as the Uniden DFR7, which I really like as a budget detector. You can find it online now on Amazon for $150. I don't know this for sure, but I believe it should actually be the same platform because the company that makes Uniden detectors and the K40s, it's the same company. They're reusing hardware. I'm guessing it's going to be just reusing the DFR7 platform for K40 just in a remote version. Nevertheless, we should see longer range now with the K40 stuff compared to where it was before. Plus, they're doing some like Kenwood head unit integration, which they've had before as well, but looks like it's now being packaged with the Platinum 360. And other than that, that's about it. Kind of slow, I guess, just with everything going on in the world, but we do have some new stuff from Valentine. Escort, which I guess is going to be kind of the next new exciting thing to look forward to. Maybe Redenso at the end of the year with Thea or whenever, I guess, in 2020. I'm not sure exactly when it's going to be released. But once that comes out, that should be really interesting too. And then K40, they're releasing something new as well. So it's always fun when there's something new and exciting to look forward to. So anyway, just wanted to say thanks to all you guys for watching. I appreciate you hanging out here. I appreciate your time, and I hope you are all doing well. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.